Hello, welcome to my retro rambling podcast video, YouTube thing. I'm going to do retro stuff, starting with everybody's favourite, the best early retro computer ever, the Spectrum. Can't beat the Spectrum, look at it. Beautiful design. I mean, modern computers have got no soul, but look at that. It's beautiful. And it works, it still works, which is great. Let's try my switchy thing. Yeah. Oh no, my switchy thing. I need to adjust this. You can't see what I'm talking about. There we go. So I'm using OBS for the first time today, and you can kind of tell because I've got no idea what I'm doing. And this is why the Spectrum is the wrong size. So I'm going to see if I can fix that live without the aid of a safety net. Actually, yeah, that looks... Try that. That's a bit better, but now that's gone to the background, and I want the foreground. Move that to the top. Yes! No, I don't want it to the... No, it was right before. Control Z. Control Z, yes. Good old Control Z. Right, transition. Yes! So, Spectrum, already plugged in to the monitor. CRT, obviously, because, you know, we're doing this properly. I'm not going to use stupid LCD nonsense for this. Proper CRT. The wire patterns aren't here in reality because cameras, you know, stupid cameras. It looks fine on the real monitor. If I get a better camera, you might actually be able to see properly what's going on. But I don't have a proper camera at the moment. I mean, the picture quality isn't brilliant because, you know, 1982 computer, they weren't that brilliant, designed to run on a telly. What do you expect? But it wasn't this bad. But you should see what it looked like for the last hour before I figured out the camera settings. It was flashing on and off like crazy because of strobing effects. Anyway, fix that. You don't care about that. Let's move back to the Spectrum view. Like that. Okay, so we've got the Spectrum. Sadly, it's not my original Spectrum. I did have one back in the early 80s. Very excited to get it, but thanks to normal Sinclair reliability issues, my first Spectrum would only run for about 20 minutes and then it would have reset itself. But that kind of, you know, that's kind of how things were back then. You expect it to not work properly, and you send it back and eventually you get one that does work. Anyway, so we're going to do some retro stuff. And we're going to do it properly, like I said, so we're not using emulators and LCDs. We're using proper Spectrum and proper tape deck. We're going to load from tape, yes, we are going to load from tape without the aid of a safety net. This is my original cassette roller, tape roller from the 80s. I just found it in the cupboard somewhere. I've got no idea if it works. I mean, it worked about 40 years ago, so probably still works. But let's find out. Putting into mains, hasn't exploded, that's good. If I press play, wow, yeah. Hear it? No, you can't really see that. The spindle's going round anyway, so that's promising. So, we've got the tape, I need the wire. Where's the wire? So many wires on this table that you can't see. Where's the wire? Is that the wire? It's somewhere here. Maybe I'll edit some of this out. Maybe I won't bother. Ah, there it is. Found the wire. Okay, so earphone. Stick the volume to about half. Stick the other end into the mic socket, like so. Then we get the tape, and what tape? What are we going to play? What are we going to do today? Well, since this is the beginning, I thought, let's go with Horizons, which was, as it says, software starter pack. This came with every Spectrum. I'd say free, but, you know, when things come free with things you have to pay for, and you can't get them any other way, they're not really free, are they? They're just part of the thing. It's like saying a computer comes, you know, with a free case. Anyway, so I haven't played this or looked at this. It's a whole lot of intro stuff. It's just examples of things you can do on your exciting new state-of-the-art colour computer. I haven't looked at this since early 80s. When I got my Spectrum for the first time, so I honestly can't remember what's even on here. Hopefully there's a few games amongst the other stuff, but I honestly can't remember, and I haven't bothered reading the inlay. The inlay possibly tells us, but I'm not going to bother, because a big part of what this show is going to be about is not really knowing what's going on and making it up as I go along. Right, so the first thing I've noticed is this is side A of the tape, but obviously it's near the end, so yeah, I'm going to have to rewind that. So let's get that done first. Rewind. This is part of the joy of real retro. Lots of waiting, so this is going to take a little while. But yeah, the anticipation makes the final thing so much more fun, hopefully. So while it's rewinding, I guess I'll just have some wine. So I really don't know what I'm going to do with this show, whether I'll ever even do more than just this first episode. Whether I'll even release this first episode depends on whether it seems to be rubbish when I come and look back on it. But I thought, yeah, I'll give it a try. It might be fun, might not be fun. If nobody watches it, who cares? I don't care. Right, we've rewound. Okay, so the joy of Spectrum loading. So for those uninitiated in the dark arts, on the Spectrum, you probably can't read this very well because I know my camera is rubbish, just like everything else about this show. But the Spectrum, really notable compared to other computers, with the being absolutely festooned with keywords. I could move it close to the camera, but it'll probably just get more blurred. But festooned with keywords because, unlike pretty much every computer out there, other than the Spectrum, when you were typing stuff in BASIC, you didn't actually type it. You instead typed entire keywords in one go. So instead of typing in, so here we have return. If you wanted return every other machine ever, you would type RETURN, obviously. On the Spectrum, you just press return, because that's the white key. But also it says AND in red. So if you want that, then you have this symbol shift button in red. So you hold symbol shift and press AND. If you want $, string, which is in green, then you press, obviously, cap shift, which isn't in green, it's in white, and symbol shift at the same time. I hope I'm remembering this right, because it's a long time since I've done anything with this. You press both of those at the same time, and then when you press it, you get stru. But wait, there's more. There's an angle bracket underneath it as well. So if you want that, you press cap shift, symbol shift, to put it into extended mode, then you press symbol shift again, then you press it, and that gives you an angle bracket. I might have got whether you do the extended thing or not, the wrong way around, but anyway. Anything you want to type, whenever you're typing in a program, then basically that's what you've got to do, because that's why there's all these keywords all over it. But it makes it look complicated and fancy. And it also meant that when they were storing, when you're typing in BASIC, they didn't have to parse the text and worry about spelling mistakes on keywords and things, because it was already tokenized, so quite clever really. But a bit of a sod to use until you've got used to it. Anyway, so what we want to do, we want to play this tape, see what's on Horizons. So, load quote, which is J. Actually, let's flip to let's try this. There, brilliant. Okay, hopefully the quality of the camera is good enough that you can actually read this, who knows. Anyway, so load quote, so J, which magically puts the entire word load, like I said. You don't type LOAD, you press J for load, obviously not LOAD. Who typed LOAD? So J, obviously. And then you need quote, which you need to remember where it is. God, it shows how long it is since I've used it. Is it on P? I think it's symbol P. I really should remember. Yes, it is. It's symbol shift P. It's just the ink's kind of worn off the key. Anyway, so load quote. Enter. Go. Okay, at this point I'm going to switch to go into full-on CRT mode, and there we go. Okay, we see the monitor. Again, apologies for the noir effects. Doesn't look that bad, anything like that bad in reality. So the screen's flickering away, border rather is flickering away. that's basically listening to the tape. Spectrum had a really fancy tape loading thing, I think it was fancy anyway, and really good feedback. You can see what was going on. So I'm going to press play now. Okay, the tape is running. We are in the zone. Let's see what happens. We should get a tone in a moment. After a little while. Again, retro, lots of waiting. Or waiting. Tape's going round. Nothing's happening. So now I stop. Ah, here we go. Can you see the stripes? The magic stripes are loading. Why can't I hear anything? Program slide A. Okay, that's good. But why is there no sound? Volume set correctly, even better. It's a bit ambitious, a bit optimistic rather, a bit to say that he doesn't really know. It's set well enough, obviously, to load that first bit of program. This looks surprisingly good, actually. After a while, you get a feel from looking at the border as to whether it's going to load or whether it's flaky. And this does actually look pretty good. The stripes, they're evenly spaced, they're moving regularly, moving down regularly, that's good. I'm just wondering why I can't hear anything, because the audio should be plugged in. Let me fiddle with these wires a little. Oh, no, the audio's not plugged in. Volume set correctly, please wait, good. So, sorry there's all this excitement is happening off camera. I've got the excitement. Ah, audio, right, let's try that one. Is that it? The volume up. Yeah, here we go. Good. Amazing. And now we get. Oh, it's failed. The loading, it's failed. Because I can hear a screen loading. It's kind of got a regular rhythmic pattern. You kind of get used to it. That basically, yeah, that's a screen loading. But it's not loading on the. Nothing's happening on the screen. So although it said volume was fine earlier and I was saying it was looking promising, this isn't working. So we stop, we rewind. Ooh, that's loud. Cranky, why is that being so loud? Anyway, we rewind. And again, the joy of retro. Let's switch back to this again. Okay, right. So what we now do in time-honoured tradition, again, I don't know if the camera's up to this, so I was on volume 5 and it didn't work, so let's try 6. 6 might be better, it might be worse, it's hard to tell. You just try stuff. If you're really lucky, you have a tone control, if you're really fancy. But then again, it means you've got 2 things to fiddle with that you don't know how they should be set, so whether that really is any better, who knows. So, I'm going to press play again. Oh, actually, no, stop. Forget that. I need to brake. Control brake. No, that's not working. Right. Reboot. System shut down. And reactivate. And we're booted. See how quick that is. Modern machines don't do that. Right. J. PP. Low pro quote. Enter. Press play on the tape. Here we go. Again, it's going to be great. It might work this time. Oh, I should probably switch back to the monitor view, shouldn't I? Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. So it looks good. That doesn't look good. So I've probably said it too loud. Let's just give it a little while longer. Oh no, okay, that's good, yep. Program, slide A. Tape loading error, 0:1. Everybody's favourite. Stop the tape. Okay. We'll look at the program. There is no program. It's loading nothing. Okay, so if it worked a little bit earlier on volume 5 and I turned it to 6 and it fell over sooner, then logically, if I turn it down to volume 4, it'll be brilliant. It'll just work. So rewind it again. Joy of retro. Let's reboot it just for good measure. I could probably just have reloaded. But right, J, P, shift PP, symbol shift PP. Enter, loading, rewind the tape, press play, go, here we go. It's going to be awesome if we ever get as far as even the first program on the Horizons introductory tape. Tape loading, yeah, wasn't this flaky back in the day because the tapes weren't like 40 years old, they were new. Ah, damn. So it's just failed again. So 5 was actually, okay, I'm going to try 5 again. 4, yeah. So 5 5 got the furthest. 4 and 6 both did pretty badly. I'm going to try 5.5. And we can keep kind of bifurcating this until we get to the correct volume. Assuming there is a correct volume, because, you know, maybe the tapes won't work. So, J, Silvership P, enter, go! Play, off we go. Again, it's going to be awesome! Eventually. But just think of all of the anticipation. This looks good, sounds good. That's perfect. Load side A, CDF. It's fallen over again. Oh, don't do this. It went so well the first time. Oh no, sorry, what am I talking about? It's still working. No, it's still working. No, it's not working. Because I could still hear the tape, but the border wasn't doing anything. What is it? I'm confused. No, that's really not working. So it's trying to load stuff, but it's failing. Which is weird because the board looks good. Oh! That looks odd. Ah, tape loading error. Okay, let's try 5.5. Of course, cleaning the tape heads might be also a good idea. Oh, there is one other trick actually we could try, but I'll special black magic, retro black magic. I'll try that later. I'll give this one more try, and then we'll try the special trick. So load again, press play. I've rewound the tape again for the, I don't know, 5th time, is it? I haven't been counting. It's been a while. Okay, here we go. It's going to be amazing. Program Cydia. Volume set correctly, please wait. Yes, okay. We haven't got that far since the first time we tried. Program Cydia. Take loading error. So this used to happen a lot when you had pirated games from your mates in school. Because obviously everybody copied everything as much as they could because, you know, we didn't afford to buy many games, so, you know, you can't amortise the cost by copying off everybody. Didn't actually destroy the games industry, did it? Really? It just didn't. But yeah, but original tapes, which this is an original one, normally did actually work surprisingly well on the Spectrum. They're usually pretty reliable. But as I say, this is like 4 years old, so maybe that's why it's not working very well. So I'm going to try the special magic, retro magic trick that I mentioned. Let's jump back to, hang on, I'm still playing with OBS. Yeah, okay, here's the Spectrum. So the special magic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the sound from the telly because, yeah, we don't really need it. And then instead of plugging the tape into mic, I'm going to plug it into ear because you can do that. Nobody can stop you. And that changes things a little. I think they're connected to each other via resistors, so it just changes levels a little. So I'm going to reboot the thing again, and let's go back to this main view thing. Yep. Okay. Rewind tape. Oh, I've already done that. I won't fiddle the volume this time because I've done the super special magic trick that guarantees it's going to work this time. And press play. Oh no, stop! Press stop, because I need to do load. Quote. At this point, somebody would probably say, why don't I just use an emulator, or use a multi-face thing to just, you know, load instantly, and I'll have to worry about this. But I say, that's cheating! That's not doing it properly. You know, we're going to do it properly. We're not having that nonsense. We're doing it properly. Even if it kills us. Volume set correctly, please wait. Program Cydia. Volume set correctly, please wait. Time for some more wine. Program Cydia. Volume set correctly, please wait. Most programs didn't say this volume set correctly, I guess, because this is like one of the first things you were expected to play with. when you got the machine, they kind of wanted to reassure you that you were doing things properly, I guess. Actually, there's quite a lot of reflections on the screen, I've just noticed. I'm going to go turn the lights off. Back in a moment. Yes! Much better. So, having successfully walked across the garage without tripping over and breaking my neck, now the lights are off, I get back to find that, hey, it's working! So swapping the mic and ear thing, that worked. And look, can you tell what it is yet? Check out those awesome high-res graphics. So the colour's a bit wrong on the camera. It's supposed to be, oh here we go. Da-da-da. And here we go, the spectrum demonstrating. Oh, that camera looks terrible. It looks terrible in preview, it looks much better IRL. Much better. I need to get a better camera. Anyway, what was I saying? In fact, you can't even see the sun. There's a sun there. Can I change the brightness of this? Anyway, you've got to trust me on this. There is a yellow sun with lots of rays coming out of it above where it says horizons and below the rainbow. And yeah, so the idea of this, presumably, was because Speccy had colour. Yeah. Despite being a cheap home computer, colour and everything, and sound, you know, not very good sound, really, nobody can claim Spectrum had good sound. But it did have colour, although tribute Clash, we'll talk about that some other time, talk about that later. It looked like a test card just then, didn't it? Anyway, it had colour, with quite a lot of restrictions, but it had colour, so I guess the rainbow was just showing off the fact that, hey, we can do colour. And speaking of colour, the camera's got it totally wrong again, because that should be yellow on blue, not white on black. I can, looking at the monitor, that planet is, you know, it's yellow. Program hardware. I might have to turn the light on again, because I don't know. Which is better? Horrible reflections all over the screen, but the colour's basically right, or the colour's totally squiffy. And don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to leave the computer at the moment because any moment it's going to tell me to stop the tape. Bytes. Load bytes. Yes, load bytes now. I'm cautiously optimistic, I really shouldn't say this, cautiously optimistic that this is going to finish loading. I can't remember what the first thing is. Here we go, another screen image. It's going to tease us. I think it's telling us about our computer. It's telling us, I think, how to... No, I was going to say it's telling us how to connect the computer, which would be a bit redundant at this stage. I'm not... But, it is showing... Stop the tape! Stop the tape, right. I'm going to go and turn the light on again and see if this fixes the colours, because these colours are awful. The background should not be white, it's yellow. Back in a minute. That does look a bit better. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to leave. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. I couldn't see this transition, obviously. Anyway, so what do we got? Edge connector, memory, RAM, Z80, ULA, CPU, GEX, QWERTY keyboard, stop tape and then press any key, TV, LS, and tape. So stop the tape. Press any key. We won't have the stupid joke about where the any key is. Press enter. When it says press any key, obviously you don't press break because then it will stop and you're going to have to reload it all again. I'm going to press enter. And it's telling us about Spectrum hardware. Oh yeah, this whole tape was written by Scion, the people who made the Scion organisers that were pretty popular This program will introduce the Spectrum hardware. We'll start from the inside with the parts that form the microcomputer. This is an early example of hardware-accelerated rendering, by which I mean the flashing. The flashing text, that's not done by the CPU, that's done by the hardware. So it is literally hardware-accelerated rendering. So to take that NVIDIA, Sinclair was there first. Anyway, so what we got, presentation continues. Diagram's slightly weird. Shows you the memory, the Z80, the all-powerful ULA, and then you've got the edge connector, just sort of... The edge connector's a bit of an anomaly there, really. It's just kind of floating, not connected to anything. Anyway, press any key, let's see what's next. What's it going to teach us? The most complex, yet cheapest component is the microprocessor, or CPU. Central processing unit, CPU in the Spectrum, is a Z80. The sad, tragic news about the Z80, they're getting rid of it. So, as I speak, as I ramble, really, it's when is it? It's May, yeah, it's May. It's May 2024, and sad news that the Z80 is going out of production, which is tragic. Z80 is fantastic. It's brilliant. It's like an 8080, but a lot better, a lot cheaper. And it's kind of been on the go ever since, and they finally decided to stop making it. So I had to stockpile a bunch of them in case I ever find a use for them. I've got vague ideas about building a machine, but I'll probably never get around to it because I have millions of projects on the go and I never finish any of them. Anyway, interesting already they were saying it was the cheapest bit, the Z80. So yeah, CPU, Z80. Okay, let's press enter again. CPUs of little use without memory, and the Spectrum has two kinds: ROM, read-only memory, and RAM, random access memory. I always thought they were weird names, really, because ROM, read-only, that makes sense, because it is read-only. RAM, random access memory. The idea being that, well, that's because you don't have to access it in order, like listening to a tape where you go from beginning to end. You can get to access it any order you like. But the same goes for the ROM. You can access the ROM in any order you like. So the ROM is also a random access memory. The difference between them is whether you can write to them or not. So, read-only memory, normal memory. Yeah, what would you call RAM? Memory, read-only memory, and not only read memory. No RAM, no, that doesn't work. Memory. Anyway, I'm rambling. So it's talking about memory. I think it's interesting that the first thing, this shows how much times have changed. The first thing it's doing when you get your new computer, they're saying, okay guys, because it will have been guys, obviously, when they're deciding what to put on the tape, and which order to put everything in, it's interesting that the very first thing is telling you, actually trying to teach you about how the computer actually works. I mean, obviously pretty superficially, but nonetheless, it's still actually talking about bits of hardware, which just, that wouldn't happen these days. No way. Anyway, that's time for me to press enter again, isn't it? The ROM contains fixed programs, it does, and data, which allows the Spectrum to start working as soon as it's switched on. Yeah. Not have to file around waiting for it to load from disk or any of that nonsense. It's just ready to go. Next. So read this along a bit. You can read from and write to RAM. This program is in RAM, yes, but the contents of RAM are lost when the power is switched off. That's true, folks. Gone forever. But that's kind of the point. In order for the computer to do useful work, it must communicate with the outside world through peripheral devices, like the telly, the loudspeaker, the tape, the keyboard. You can attach other peripherals, e.g. a printer, beside the standard ones in this diagram. Using the edge connector, yay, good old edge connector finally gets mentioned. Let's keep going. The interface between the CPU and the peripherals is complex, yes. Kind of like single ULA, custom design chip. That was the magic of the Spectrum. That's what made it dirt cheap. It's basically, a ULA is kind of like an early version of an FPGA. It's kind of reconfigurable, well, not reconfigurable logic, that's the thing. It's still a custom chip that only does, once it's been designed, that's It only does what it does. But essentially, it's a kind of, it's like an FPGA, and there's a whole bunch of cells that can be connected together arbitrarily to make it do whatever you actually want the chip to do. Whereas with an FPGA, you basically download a program to it which tells it how to connect those things, and you can reconfigure that at runtime in the field, hence field programmable. Whereas the ULA, the UI came up with a metallization layer of the chip, so it was a kind of semi-custom chip. So it was a lot cheaper than making a completely custom chip, but not as flexible as a modern FPGA, but kind of a forerunner of an FPGA. And it was the ULA. And if you've got a Spectrum, the ULA dies, well, you're a bit stuffed really, because well, you can get aftermarket placements, but it's the custom chip. Mind you, these days with the Z80 dies, you're a bit stuffed as well, unless you've already got some, because as I say, they've decided to stop making them. Alright, next. TV and loudspeaker are output devices which the Spectrum uses to pass information to you. Yes, you, because you're special. The speaker's playing now, is it? Oh yeah. Can you hear it? Yeah. So the Spectrum can beep. And when it comes to sound, that's, well, the basic Spectrum anyway, the trusty 48K, this one, 1648K. Beeping is about all it does. The sound chip, well, there isn't a sound chip, there's a speaker, and the speaker can be turned on or off, and literally that's all. So you make sound by turning it on and off very rapidly, and that gives you basically square wave tones. If you want to do anything more than that, then you're getting into kind of hardcore machine code timings to try to trick it into, well, not trick it, but try to make something that sounds better than just a square wave tone. But yeah, technically it does sound, but sound was never a strong point on the Speccy. But hey, who cares? So it said press any key to continue. I did, it's ignoring me. So I guess I had to wait for the right point in the loop. Obviously while it's playing a beep, it completely blocks out any keyboard input or anything, because otherwise the timings would get screwed up, and you'd get horrible screeching sound. I mean, you might consider it horrible screeching sound anyway, but even more so. The cassette recorder is an input and output device, which is not for communication. Well, not for communication with humans, but Anyway, but for storage of programs and data, okay, yes, we got that, because we've already used it. We already know that. Spectrum talks to you, spooky, via the TV, and you talk to, or input information to the Spectrum using the keyboard. Whew. Clever stuff. Because it is vital that you know how to use the keyboard. There follows a series of programs to ensure just that. I'm going to guess, then, that because of this weird, well, clever, but it is weird, approach with the keywords on the keyboard, that they're probably going to teach us how to use that, which is probably a good idea, because otherwise it'd be rather baffling if you're not already familiar with it from having had one for decades. Do you want to run this program again? This program? No, I don't think we need to see it again. I mean, if you really want to, then you can just rewind the video, can't you? So we don't really need to. And the advantage of rewinding the video is it'll actually work. Whereas if I rewind the tape, it probably get a tape loading error. So no, let's be ambitious. Let's press no. Press N. I mean, start the tape. Okay. What I'm going to do now, another retro advanced tip. There's a tape counter on this one. Let's sorry, I'm a bit slow. I'll say OBS for the first time. So yeah, privileged owner of a tape counter. So I'm going to set it to 0. It's probably all blurred, isn't it? Anyway, I'll set the counter to 0 so that when it goes wrong again, then I know where to rewind to, rather than having to guess. Because if I hadn't done that and it fails to load the next thing, then I don't know where to rewind to, so I've got no option other than to rewind right to the beginning and start the entire process all over again. So, which I guess all parts of the retro are fun. Oh, start the tape. Loading, lesson 1. Time for some more wine. Well, I think this is going alright so far. I don't know what you think. Maybe you think it's awful. Maybe it is awful. But it's less awful than I thought it was going to be. I think it's mildly entertaining, for me at least. I don't know. I'm kind of curious as to whether anybody at all will bother watching this. So if you have any comments, I'm going to leave comments open because, well, if I start getting abusive comments, then I'll turn them off. But, at this stage, I think getting any comment at all would be quite surprising. So I'll leave comments open and see what happens. Maybe some crazy people out there want more of this stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying myself. That's the main thing. I'm enjoying it. I do hope this thing's recording because, what's this? Oh yeah, it's what it claims to be recording. It claims I've been rambling on about nothing for 36 minutes. No one's going to... Oh, stop the tape! Stop the tape! Pay attention! Pay attention, retro person. Yeah, no one's going to listen to this rambling on for... 36 minutes and I've got through the first... I've got through a low-res picture of a rainbow with a sun that you couldn't see properly because of the crappy camera. And we've gone through the very basics of what's inside your computer. And that's taken me 36 minutes. Well, we did have to rewind the tape quite a lot of times. But switching that to mic from ear, that worked, didn't it? You wouldn't, if you were using an emulator, you wouldn't get any of this. You'd be totally oblivious to all of this. This is reality. This is real. Like I say, we're doing it properly. We're not doing emulators. We're not doing instant loading. Maybe sometimes, but certainly not now. We're going to start properly. Start as we mean to go on for a while. Right, keyboard training series. Let's see if we can get through this. Oh, sneaky. I see what they've done that. See, press A to continue. Not press any key, press A. So you've got to find A. Luckily, I can touch type, so, A is not that hard to find. Sinclair, ZX Spectrum. Do not press break. I mentioned that earlier, didn't I? If you press Cap, Shift, and Space at the same time, the flashing keys, actually they're not labelled, are they, because the resolution's not up to it. Let's jump quickly back to that. Yeah, there we go. You probably can't see. Bottom left, Cap, Shift, bottom right, Space, or break. Press Cap, Shift at the same time as Space. That breaks into basic. Stops basic programs running. So this is, I think all programs on this tape are written in basic. Probably at least partly so that you can break into them and have a look at them. Because this was another thing of, back in the day, stuff written in basic, you break into it, you look at it, and you learn stuff. You learn how things worked. You think, how did they do that awesome, whatever it was that they did? And then you figure out how it works. Typing listings, actually I should definitely do some typing, do some real-time typing listings. I'll find an old magazine and we can type in, I say me, you can just watch and listen. You could play along, I guess. Anyway, I'm digressing, rambling, but yeah, typing listings are a great way of learning because they would never ever work, and then you'd have to figure out what was wrong with them, and you'd learn about programs and learn about debugging. Anyway, get back on track, because we should. Don't press break because that will stop it. Pressing break stops the program, but then they do helpfully say you can restart it by entering run. Press R, then enter. Remember this keyword entry. Press E to continue. I can do that. Press E. Typewriter mode, single entry keywords. Cursor mode is it's telling you how to use the thing. These are the first 4 lessons, which is on the Spectrum keyboard. Right, let's do it. W. See if I can speed up a bit because nobody wants to hang around for this long while I ramble on with this stuff. W to continue. Let's go. Sinclair. Spectrum. The letters numbers on Spectrum are laid out in the same. Typewriter, press P, However, yes, look how complex that is. Can you see that on the... Oh, sorry, I've failed to... There. Sorry people, you've been staring at the wrong screen. Because I'm an idiot and I forgot to update it. Anyway, you haven't missed much. So yeah, look at the I key. Whew, that's a bit overloaded, isn't it? I, code, at, input, in, all on one key. More old flashing parts in the following lessons. We'll concentrate on lesson numbers. N. Let's press N. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Come on. Let's go. Sinclair's green. Shouldn't be green. Anyway. E.G. Sorry. Pressing H gives lowercase h. This is actually quite basic stuff, isn't it? Press J to continue. Yeah. Okay, let's plough through this. Let's speed through this. Let's do it super fast. Follow test continue. Ad infinitum. Oh my god. Unless you exit by pressing stop. Symbol shift and A. Not cap shift and space. Try pressing stop now. So, stop is written on. Yeah, actually, I was struggling because the ink's running out. It's running off a bit on this keyboard. Anyway, symbol shift A. Yeah. To stop. I can show you. Test. Time for a test, people. Press stop to exit. Press K. I can do that. Hey! I did press K. That was K. That was K. I stuck my finger on the key. Yeah. I thought that's what it had. Oh, it wanted a capital K. Capital K. Actually, I'm going to switch to mix things up. Hey, let's be crazy. Let's do this. See both. Right, so I should have pressed Shift K. Yeah, obviously. Okay, let's just do a couple more of these and then whiz on. Press stop to exit. Yeah. Press K. Capital K. Yeah, I can do that now. Press I. Yes. E. Ha, stopping there. This is easy. Such a gamer. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. So, stop. OK in huge letters. Enter and press. Next test, as you enter sequence characters or string. Always weird. I always thought it was weird that strings are called strings, because if you're a non-computer person, then why would a string mean a sequence of characters? The word enter will always imply you should terminate the character. Again, terminate and execute. This all sounds pretty grim, doesn't it, the computer world? But, it doesn't mean so. And things about, illegal operations. Doesn't mean they're illegal. It doesn't mean that. Don't get angry about it. It's not the fault, please. When you're asked to press, don't press enter after pressing. Ooh, it's turning into a bit of a mind thing. S. Okay, come on, let's get through this. See what's next. As I say, I haven't played this since 1983, 4. Enter MD. So that means press M, press D, press enter. Enter E, capital J. It's like typing passwords, isn't it? What is your favourite maiden mother's name of your pet? Again, long only. F, Z, R, L, enter. Goo. Do one more. ZDM. ZDM, is that the name of the band? Should be. Probably is. Bound to be. JIT. I said one more, didn't I? I've just done two more. Right, okay, that's enough. Stop. Okay. End. It's like missile command, isn't it? Press Y to run again. Any other key to continue? Yep. Any other key to continue? Start the tape. Hey! We're ploughing through this now. Lesson 2. Okay, I definitely need to pick up the pace because we've been going 44 minutes. Nobody's still going to be listening to me whittering on. That's such, about stuff that's not really that exciting, but it's, it's of its time, it's authentic, and it's the beginning, and this is episode 0, and we're starting at the beginning and we're doing things properly. And back in the 80s, people weren't in such a rush, If it takes you a few hours to do something, if it takes you a few hours, who cares? What's the rush? You don't have to be interrupted every few milliseconds because some random person somewhere on the internet has said a random thing about something random, that who cares? Anyway, more wine. I thought a few other snacks as well for later, but I guess you don't care. I do. Byte M code. So I would optimistically hope they would. Oh, stop the tape. That they were going to teach machine code, but probably just means it was loading some machine code. Stop the tape, done that. H to continue. H. Keywords. Oh yeah, this is all about the extended control words. Flashing words all around the I key. They're not flashing on the keyboard, obviously. Obviously. A keyword's belonging. I thought there was a typo there, but no. To the Spectrum Basic language, good old Basic. Every word or command in the Spectrum Basic is entered by pressing the correct key or keys for that command and not by spelling the command out. Yes. Press Q. As I say, this is quite a weird way of doing things. I don't think any other computer ever did it like this. I might be wrong. If I am wrong, please tell me in the comments. Don't just say you're wrong. Tell me why I'm wrong. Give me a proper example. Tell me where else it was used. But, right, white keywords on keys. Oh yeah. These keywords are the most commonly used, which is why they're the easiest to get at, and always appear at the beginning of the statement, or after the keyword then. Spectrum also came with a big fat manual, which I've got somewhere, I haven't got it to hand, which was really good. Again, it was a kind of, you've got your new computer, here's how to do things with it. Here's how to write programs. Here's how to use it for things you create. Not just, here's how to be a consumer. Come to our app store, buy things, buy more things. Buy more things in the things you've already bought. It was instead, you've got a computer, obviously that's because you want to learn how to use it properly. Do things with it. Anyway, I digress again. These keywords are most commonly used, blah blah blah. Spectrum uses the, G. Takes a while to draw that, doesn't it? Test. Back on the test again. Assume the spectrum is expecting a basic keyword. So basically it's saying that, let's go back to the spectrum view. Here we go. So essentially, I don't know, you probably can't read them with this rubbish camera. But yeah, the white keywords written on the keys is what it's looking for. So enter new, where's new? It's on letter, it's on key A. So there we go. Enter. Enter rem. Rem for remark, comment. Is on E, obviously. Enter. Enter plot. A cunning plot to overthrow the ruling classes. Or something. Plot. Enter pause. But before you embark on that plot, consider the risks. Have you considered the risks? You haven't, have you? You should. Because after you've done it, it's too late. After you've done your plotting. I can't find pause. It's got to be there somewhere. Ah, there it is. It's on M at the bottom. Okay. Enter plot. Plot again. More plotting. Think about it. Beware. Be careful. I'm going to switch back to the to this view because I am. Enter if. Or interactive fiction, maybe. Yeah. Get lamp. Do some of that. Well, not later, not today. I'm not going to get onto interactive fiction today. Definitely not. Enter continue. It actually says cont on the key, but I'll let them off. Enter continue. Just did that. Let's do it again. Continuing. More plotting. It's big on the plotting. List. Give me a list of everyone involved in the plot. Or else you will find yourself in a new land. New. Where's new? It's not an N, obviously. On A. I think that one came up before, didn't it? CLS, clear screen. Right, one more. Plot. Lots of plotting. Right, okay, we're done. Let live. Live and let live. Press stop. Let's stop. Okay, it's going to start the tape again, isn't it? Oh no, symbol shift. So symbol shift for the red ones. Okay. Speed up a bit. I keep saying that, but it's taking a while to get through this. I'm going to speed up. Seriously. Test. Yep. Let's just do one. Enter apostrophe kind of thing. Which is it there? No, I can't quite tell because partly the ink is rubbed off my keyboard as I've mentioned before, but also my glasses are a bit rubbish. Yeah, that was the full stop. Okay, let's try again. It's telling me which one it is. Oh yeah, it's on 7. Okay, let's do one more and do it properly this time without being stupid. Come on then. Then. Oh, that's a keyword, isn't it? I think it's mixing. Oh no, or is it? Oh no, it's not. It is a symbol shift. Shift G. There we go. Okay. Right, that's done. We've mastered that. Oh, I've got to press enter because it said enter, not press. Oh, para. Let's just do that one. That is. I'm a bit confused actually because that's up arrow, but symbol shift up is not up arrow. I know we're talking about symbols. I'm going to do symbol shift up. No, that's wrong. What was I supposed to do? Yeah. Yeah, I pressed that. I should have pressed up. H. Oh! There is an up arrow. Ah, okay. It's a different kind of up arrow to that up arrow. Here's the arrows, cursors, but here's a separate up arrow. I honestly have no recollection at all what that does. I've completely forgotten that was even on the keyboard. Weird. Anyway, quote. Yeah, we know that from our tape loading. Symbol shift P, JPP, by far the most commonly used command. Right, so symbol shift A, time to stop. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Let's move on. End. Multi-cell command. White run again? No, I don't think so. Any of the keys continue. Okay, let's go. Start the tape. Oh, press reset the tape counter, obviously. More wine. Good this, isn't it? Glad you're enjoying it. I mean, you must be enjoying it to still be here. Because, yeah. Why else? Why would you still be here? Why would you still be listening to me? I'm kind of thinking, yeah, maybe it's a kind of chilled AMSR kind of thing. Yeah, AMSR with a bit of swearing occasionally. Yeah, why not? Why not? Anyway, lesson 3. Come on, come on. These tape loading bits are actually relatively short. Well, obviously, when you have to redo them a dozen times before they work, it's not short. But loading a full-length program. Oh, is that just? Oh no, that's fine. Loading a full-length program on. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once, so I'm making even less sense than normal. Stop the tape. Got to stay alert with the stop the tape bit. I was saying something. What was I saying? I can't remember. No, it's completely gone. Never mind. Probably wasn't of any importance. No, I can't remember. Can't remember what it was at all. Right, Q. I think I was saying thank you for still being here, if you are, and if you're not, well, okay, see if I care. Modes. Interpretation is only affected by shifting also the present mode. Oh yeah, the cursor chain, I forgot to mention that. When you do these weird shifts and things, then the cursor changes so you know which mode you're in. So each of those flashing letters basically corresponds to, tells you indirectly which of the labels on the key you're actually going to get. So yeah, I can see why I mean, it's a bit of a slog this, to be fair, I have to say, it is a bit of a slog. But I can totally see why they put this very early on the tape, because unless you've had this explained to you, then actually using the spectrum is going to be pretty baffling. So yeah, so it made sense. I mean, I can't remember, because again, it's a long time since I looked at it, but the Horizon manual that came with it, so the basic manual, sorry, that came with it, surely went through this in a lot of detail. Anyway, press B. I want to go on some games, to be honest. I don't know if there are any games on here. Press R. Right, let's do one. Make E current. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, so that's press caps and symbol shift, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'll do that. That worked. Make L current. I think that just means I press caps and symbol shift again to get out of extended mode and back to the normal thing. Make C current. I can't remember what C was, it didn't tell me, I didn't read it. Is that just caps? Press caps lock? No, that didn't do anything. Alright, I'm going to try pressing caps and symbol shift. Oh no, wrong. Okay, what was it? How did you get to C? What do you need to see? You press caps symbol shift. I did. Should have been caps 2 mode. Okay. Which is labelled caps lock above the key. Probably can't see. Let's do it a bit more. Yeah. So above 2, caps lock, as opposed to caps shift, which is written on the button. Anyway, caps shift 2, caps lock. Okay, that's caps lock mode. Anyway, enough of that. Shift A, symbol shift A. G, G. That's graphics mode. I can't remember how you do it. I honestly can't remember. I should have paid more attention instead of trying to skip through the lesson. Anyway, symbol shift A. I'll worry about it later. It's all fine. We're done! Yay! We're done! We're nearly through the typing training program. Start tape. Reset tape counter. Tape counters are godsend on these things. If you haven't got a tape counter. Because, you know, you guess how far to rewind, and it's a really wild guess. And invariably you're in the wrong place, and then you don't know whether you've gone too far or not far enough, and, you know. So, yeah, tape counter, worth its weight in gold. Bonus points for anyone who can tell me what the weight in gold of a tape counter from an 80s era cassette tape is. You can have double points for that. Whew. I'm getting a bit peckish. I wonder whether to have some crisps. Or... No, I'll wait. I'll wait a bit longer. How far through are we with the Horizons tape? No, actually, no, I won't touch it while it's loading, because that's bad. Because, you know, wobbly wires leads to trouble. I'm going to change the view again, because I keep forgetting. Sorry, everybody. I say everybody, you know, as if anybody's listening. Sorry, one person who might possibly... Stop the tape. One person who might possibly be listening. But yeah, I might get better at this if I carry on doing it. Well, I'm not going to get worse, am I? So I'll stop the tape, press I. Here's the keyboard again. G is used to produce graphic symbols 1 to 8 and to use fine graphics. UDG, yes. Okay, T to continue. The E cursor, used to access keywords symbols below. The green is accessed unless symbol shift is pressed. Okay, yeah. Be easier if they just said use symbol shift to get the red one. Otherwise you get the green. Anyway, I'm being picky. And test. Remember you must make E cursor current before you can access symbols. Yeah, I remember that. I know that. Let's just do one of these again. Not ampersand. Tilde. Where's the tilde? That's probably rubbed off the keyboard, isn't it? I can't see it. Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, I can see it. It's underneath A. So it's underneath and it's in red. So I need to extend mode, so cap shift and symbol shift, and then hold down symbol shift, and then press A. Nailed it. Backslash. Okay, that's underneath D. Same routine. You know the drill. Symbol shift and caps shift to turn into an E. Hold down symbol shift and press D. One more. 5. Oh, it's easy. Press 5. Didn't get confusing that. Right, okay, we're done. Symbol shift A. Stop. We have cleared the typing training round. Press Y to run again. I wonder if anybody ever pressed Y with any of these things. That's something you might have done. You know, when you're genuinely, the machine's genuinely new, you really want to learn how to control it, and you haven't quite mastered it yet. I guess you might say to run again, but start the tape. So we've finished. Oh, press tape counter. Start tape again, and I've just checked, and we've got the right view, so that's good. Learning dictionary. That still doesn't kind of sound like a game to me. So I honestly can't remember if there are even are any games on this, but surely there's at least one. Surely. So we've had rainbow picture. We've had how the keyboard works, how to type stuff in Spectrum Basic, which was kind of took a bit of a while, but kind of is needed. And then dictionary. Who knows what this is? Surely it's not the dictionary. Comments, of course, are welcome. I mean, I will genuinely be surprised if anybody's still listening, because this has been right. Okay, I've just cleared an hour. Apparently, I can't imagine anybody is going to be listening to me after. Stop the tape. I can't. Actually, I'm going to press tape count reset now, so I don't forget. I'd be really surprised if anybody's listening. So I don't know why I'm doing it really. I guess it's for my own entertainment. But if anybody is listening, tell me why you're still listening. What is it about this that has made you feel unable to switch it off and do something more worthwhile? And if you want to shout out, I can do a shout out. If you want to suggest some aspect of retro ramblings that you want to do, then try it. I mean, obviously, I'm not like I say, I'm going to try and do this properly, so I don't really want to jump into an emulator. What I do want to do though is I want to play a whole bunch of games that I've just never ever played before. I'm not going to read the instructions. I'm just going to try and figure out what's going on and what we're supposed to do, and have crazy antics. It'll be wild and fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to try it properly. I had some panic then because it said stop the tape, but I already have, so that's good. Right, keyword dictionary. Welcome to the exciting world of keyword dictionary. Pressing the key to continue. Right, let's do it. The program is intended as a guide to the keywords used by the Spectrum Basic. It provides a brief description of each keyword as you enter it. Simply enter the keyword of your choice, as you would in Basic, using extended mode in the normal way. Okay, so it is literally a dictionary of keywords. Okay, let's tell me about plot, the wise one. Plot, chapter 17. That's pretty terse, isn't it? So it's telling me to look at the manual, basically. Read chapter 17 of the manual. Okay. Let's try Poke, the musically named Poke. Chapter 14 of the manual. Okay, so it's basically literally one line of text about each keyword and where you should look in the manual for it. Okay, oh well, yep, alright, that'll do, I think. Cap shift 6 to stop, right, as opposed to a simple shift A to stop. Got to stay on the ball, haven't you? Inside A, so, tape over, rewind and start. So this is where, for the last time ever, this tape got used, and this Horizons tape, I'm not sure where it came from, I don't know if it's my original one, or whether it's one I acquired at some random point. But when we came in, we were at the end of side A, so this is the point when someone bailed out. Just before the fun was about to start, probably. Hopefully. So let's tape over, rewind, stop, press play, reset the tape counter. Okay, good. We're going well. Let's do side 2. Whether we're going to get through all side 2, I really don't know, because we're an hour. This is going to be a 2-hour episode. Oh my god. Can you even upload 2-hour videos? Yeah, you must be able to. Of course you can. People upload films that they've stolen, so, you know, they could be 2 hours. Program, CDEB. Horizons, CDEB. Definitely need a better camera, definitely need to cut out the reflections. But hey, it's the first time I've ever recorded a YouTube kind of a thing. Oh, we're getting the planet again. I like the planet. Sort of Saturn, isn't it? Well, it's got rings. Sort of Saturn. But yeah, I like the planet. Note the weird loading order of the screen. That's the way the pixels are laid out in memory. They are not at all in the order they are displayed. Complex technical reasons for that. But I sort of understand, but not entirely. Stop the tape. Okay, what have we got now? Side B. We've got the preliminaries out of the way, we know how to use the machine, we know how it works. It's giving us a contents list. Through the wall. That's got to be breakout. Bubble sort. Yes, the famous sorting algorithm. I vaguely remember that. Evolution. Can't remember that one. Life, that'll be Conway's game of life. Draw, can't remember that. Monte Carlo, I remember. Kind of gives you the impression it's going to be about, racing and gambling and, well, it's sort of about gambling, but gives the impression it's exciting, but it's not really. Character generator, probably for editing the graphics, and waves. Is that a biorhythms thing? It's very 80s sort of stuff, biorhythms, or is it doing something with sound? I just can't remember. So there is a game, we've got Through the Wall, we've got Breakout. Let's play Breakout. Horizons is written by Simon for Sinclair, largely written in BASIC to illustrate some of the things you can do. Substantial machine code programs Sinclair by Simon will allow you to apply the spectrum to its full capability, unleash full power. This range includes serious business-type applications, like doing your accounts. I mean, did anybody ever actually do their accounts on their computers? Really? And games. Both intellectual and non-intellectual press games. Kind of an advert, but without mentioning any specific... okay, now they are mentioning specific names. VFI, general purpose filing programmable database. An essential software package for every Spectrum owner. I don't think so. Useful names and addresses, club diaries, accounts, and lists of all kinds. I've never used it, to be fair, but I'm going to guess that a piece of paper was probably just as good and would load a lot faster. VueCalc constructs, generates and calculates large tables for such diverse applications as financial analysis, budgets and projections. I've never used it. Sounds like a spreadsheet, but I've never used it. View 3D, I think I have used that one. Comprehensive design program for three-dimensional objects allows you to create, rotate. Excuse me. V3D is a comprehensive design program for three-dimensional objects, allows you to create, rotate and observe solid objects in full 3D perspective, continuing line move and shading. I have played it. It's not bad within the limitations of the spectrum, which basically pixels are all off and the resolution is pretty low. And I remember I kept trying to make an X-Wing fighter, and I kept getting kind of halfway through, and then it was just ran out of memory, and I can't remember if it crashed or just refused to let me do it anymore, but I think it was a bit frustrating, which was a shame, because it was quite fun until you got to the bit where it said you can't do it anymore. Flight simulation, I think if you recall the flight simulator, the picture on the cover shows the inside of like a jumbo jet, controls everywhere, and then when you read the inlay it says you're flying a light aircraft, so I wasn't quite sure which. And there was, maybe this is one we should fire up actually, not today, because we're not going to get anywhere. We'll do really well if we finish this tape. But yeah, some other day we'll fire up the original flight simulator. Chess, okay, chess, it's chess. Hungry Horace being a bit of a Spectrum mascot thing. One of the most amusing, colourful, spelled correctly, with a U, and exciting computer games yet devised. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. In fact, wasn't it just Pac-Man clone? I'm not sure. The thing, a lot of head machine back then. and I play games. I haven't really paid that much attention to most of the games industry. I play games occasionally, not very often. Most games I've not played, and even really big names that games that were super famous, I mostly haven't done. So Half-Life, it's 2024, I still haven't finished Half-Life. I'm about halfway through it. I just keep getting distracted. Anyway, yeah. Carry on. Planetoids, that was an asteroid knockoff. That was quite good. Well, I seem to remember if you could hide in the... you could hide where your score was displayed because collision detection didn't seem to work there. So I guess they disabled collision detection. I guess the score itself interfered with collision detection, so they just made it if you were in that area they didn't bother doing collision detection and assume you wouldn't ever notice. But I noticed. So you can just hide in your high score and you never die. We should play that sometime as well. Add it to the fun. And Space Raiders. Sounds like Space Invaders. Yeah, that's got to be a Space Invaders clone. I don't actually remember. Start the tape. Reset the counter. Press play. Here we go. First actual game, possibly the only actual game. I can't remember from the list now, but quite possibly the only actual game. A Breakout clone. I'm really lucky. It's written in machine code. I can't remember. I'd say I haven't played this since the 80s. Just pouring out some wine. Feel free to do the same. If assuming, of course, that you're of an age where, and in a culture where drinking wine is considered acceptable. I don't want to be encouraging people to do things they ought not. Do you like the background music, by the way? It's very minimalist. I might add some background music if I do any more episodes, but I probably won't because it's just another thing to have to do. It took me about 4 hours just getting... Oh, stop the tape again. It took me about 4 hours, seriously, you wouldn't believe it. About 4 hours today. I've been thinking about doing this thing for a while, and today I thought, what the hell, I'll just do it. I'll just start, because I'll never be ready. I'll just start. And it took me about 4 hours to find the Spectrum. Fortunately, I had the power supply. Fortunately, it worked, because I've got a couple kicking around, and they may well not worked. I had to check that it was had a. I had to check that the RF modulator would be bypassed and be converted to composite output, because otherwise it wouldn't work with this monitor. And I had to unscrew it to do that. You only had one screw in it out of the 5 it should have. I unscrewed it, checked the thing had been done, which it had. Hooray for that! Came to screw it together again. I lost the screw. So, it's survived from 1982 till now. And then, idiot that I am, I unscrewed it and instantly lost it. And then I had to faff around finding the right cables to connect this, because it's just a bit of a nightmare. All part of the joy of retro, doing it properly. But, it's frustrating when you need a thing, and you know you've got the thing, but you haven't the faintest idea where it is. And then in the case of a cable, you find the cable, and then you realise that one end's not the connector you needed, and you need another adapter. And the only adapters you can find are the kind of the opposite type, and so on. So I spent literally about 4 hours before I even started. So it's been a long day. Anyway, let's play this game, because, again, you want to see action. You want to absorb the retro. You don't want to hear me just whittering on about nothing all the time. I mean, some of the time, but not all the time. Right, press any key. I wonder if this recording will ever get used as a sort of endurance challenge. Can anyone actually be forced to sit and listen through all this without checking their phone or doing something else at the same time? It would be a good test of concentration. Can you watch this entire video and pay attention the whole time? Anyway, let's play the game, because I'm really dying to see it. Press any key to continue. Oh, it's basic. It is. Spectrum Basic is pretty slow, actually, which is a shame. And a lot of the early games were basic, because it's a lot easier to write basic than machine code, but it's generally deathly slow. Anyway, basic program illustrates how you can program your own real time. I suppose, okay, they've done it as an example again, to be fair. Break into it, and then have a look at the code. Maybe we'll do that, even. Maybe another time, because otherwise we're never going to get through this tape. P to move right, O to move left. Cap shift for extra zip. Okay. And if you start cap shift, right, I'm ready. Are we ready? I've got the right display? Yeah. Okay. It's actually, no, I'm gonna mix it up a bit again. Let's go for the back to this view, at least for a little bit. I don't know why really, because the other view's probably better. You get to see me pressing the keys. That's the exciting bit about this. Pressing the keys. I did press a key actually. Oh, here we go again. Alright. Yes. Oh, I remember this actually. I do remember this. God. Oh, that's not too bad for basic actually. I mean, yeah, it's slow, but it's faster than I expected it to be for a basic program. So obviously you need to. Whoop. Yes. This is what we want. Gaming. Classic gaming. Can I get it through there? Come on. Yes! Nailed it. And now I sit here and enjoy the sweet victory. Can I clear the whole wall? I don't know how many balls I get, probably 3. It's always 3, isn't it? Came from pinball, didn't it? You always got 3 balls, and then video games came along and they gave you 3 lives. But again, why 3? I guess it's 3 balls, and a pinball kind of gives you a... Oh! It just went and crashed, didn't it? Well, it did crash. The machine hasn't crashed. But it just stopped. Let's switch to the full view. I hope you could actually see what was going on. I probably should have left it on this in the first place. Yeah, anyway, yeah. I was just playing. I was doing well. And then it stopped. It dropped out of basic. Probably was an error message, but I continued pressing keys in the false impression that I was still playing the game, which obviously I wasn't. So I don't know what the error was. Oh well, I guess we can look at the code then. List, there we go. It's a bit hard to read here, isn't it? Scroll. If this, then that. Yeah, it would take a bit of actually decoding that, because it's all sort of crammed together. You really, if you want to learn from it, you need to print it out, so that you can actually read it properly. Anyway, the key thing there is at the end, we have load bubble sort, and then, interesting, then save wall and save wall G. So that was probably left over from, I'm going to guess. Okay, yeah, so wall G is probably wall graphics. So I reckon that when they originally wrote this, then in order to actually get it to save it onto the tape in a way that you could then load it back off the tape, then they ran, starting from 9990, where it would save the program, and then it would save the graphics, and then save some, it looks like possibly it's a machine code, I'm not certain. Possibly, I don't know. Some data block anyway. So actually the lines 9990 onwards, for saving the program onto the tape in a way that you can load it back again, as opposed to it being actually part of the program. Because the last line it gets to looks like 8020, where it says load ball sort, and after it's loaded a new program, then that's going to replace this one. So yeah, interesting. Well, I think it's kind of interesting. Bit of a retro game archaeology, unscheduled for no extra cost. So anyway, so let's do it. Now, although they did load ball sort, that's a bit surprising actually, because if they change their mind about what program's going to be next, then have to then come back and edit this one, because you can just, instead of saying the name of the, oops, wrong thing, instead of saying the name, you can just say load quote quote, which means load the next thing, which we're going to do. So, oh, maybe we aren't. Right. Let's try that again. I don't know what happened then. Load. Enter. and then it stops. That's a bit weird. Okay, maybe they have some machine code that's interfering with something. I'm going to reboot. Power off. Power on. Ready to go. J. Bling bling. There. Ready to go. Right. We can set our camera for play. Super fast reboots. Super slow loading. I never had a 1 to 8K Spectrum. God knows what that was like to load off tape. Because 48K programs are bad enough. It's like 5 minutes for a full length 48K program. So yeah, it's bubble sort. So this is another educational one showing how the bubble sort algorithm works, which is, well, sorting things. You know what sorting things means? Sorting, small things to big things, putting them in order. So there's lots of different ways you can do it. Bubble sort is one of the standard algorithms. So they've done from memory a graphical, it must be a graphical representation to show you how bubble sort works. And that's where we're going next. So, more machine code by the looks of it. Jar. Stop tape. Okay, bubble sort. Oh, it does it with cards, I'd forgotten that. Yeah. The sorting algorithm. Like behind the cards. Pressing the key. Pass over the list comparing neighbouring items. Swap them if they're out of order. Keep doing that until the list is ordered. Following page illustrates a single pass of this algorithm applies to a very simple list of 4 numbers. So, compare 6 and 3. Swap, yes, because 6 is more than 3, so we're trying to order them from low to high. Can you see that? Maybe, I don't know. You might not be able to see that. And then we move on to the next pair, swap 6 and 8, they're in the right order, so you don't do anything. We move on to the next pair, 8 and 2, they're in the wrong order, so you can swap them over. So after the first pass, the biggest number is made its way to the top, I think. Yeah. The first pass largest number is bubble to the end, 2 more passes and complete it. There, that's how it works. Simple. Example I follow, the machine of cards is sorted in time by the spectrum. To speed it up, hold down any key. Right, press the key. Thinking. Draw some cards. They're quite nice actually. They look quite good. Do I need to press anything? I'm going to press something. So it's comparing 2 and 6, swap them. Jack and 2, 2 and 4. Right, so it's press any key to speed it up, I'm going to speed it up. So yeah, so it's sorting cards by going through, and then for each pair it swaps them or it doesn't, depending on whether they're already in the right order. And then you go do that for all the pairs, and you keep doing that until you've gone all the way through and didn't swap anything. And once you've done that, then it's done. Sorted. Done. Yeah, okay, good. We got that. We nailed it. Okay, next, start the tape again. So I think we're about halfway through the second side. So I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna commit to it. We are gonna finish this tape. We will finish Horizons. Oh, Evolution. Can't remember this one at all. Very pleasing, the tape loading. I've always liked it. Very soothing. You probably can't hear it. It's screechy in a soothing manner. I'm glad my tape deck still works. Because again, that probably hasn't been used in 30 years. That makes funny noises. Oh, tape loading error. Oh. Right, well, this is where, I remember to do the tape counter thing, so I'm rewinding to 0. Stop! There we go. Okay. And then load it again. J, symbol shift B, B, enter, try again. Because I'm doing alright so far. After that's poor start, before I did the magic thing of plugging it into the mic socket instead of the ear socket. Maybe that's the one it was supposed to be in the first place, I can't remember now. Anyway, whether it was the right one it was supposed to be in or not, something it worked. But since I did that, it's been going alright, hasn't it, really? It's the first loading error we've had since I did that. So, evolution. I cannot remember this one at all. I was going to say something stupid like, send suggestions on a postcard for what it might be about, but obviously I'm not going to get those. A, nobody's listening, and B, I'm going to find out in a few minutes, and you're not going to, the postcards aren't going to have arrived in time, especially since you don't know where to send them. Tape loading error. Is this where it falls apart? Oh no! Why did I do that? I just reset the tape counter. I think it's at 20, so I'll move back to 980. Otherwise it's going to be game over. Right. That was stupid. Why did I do that? It's getting late. It's too late. Right, press play. I hope I'm in the right place. Third time lucky. I want to see evolution. The name is intriguing. I wonder if the tape is catching. It's making some kind of... Yeah, it's making some clicking noises. And the border is a bit juddery. So I think possibly something in the tape is actually kind of catching. Slowing the tape down and that's stopping the loading, maybe. The clicking stopped now. Oh no, it's back. It's back again. Just the least expected. Oh! The tape has stopped itself. Right, I'm gonna... It must be stiff or something. So I'm now doing the kind of old-fashioned, where you stick a finger in there and turn the tape, but there's no resistance there. The traditional, I haven't got one here, but the traditional thing is you stick a biro in there, the perfect fit. Like when you want to rewind something, but you also want to use your tape deck at the same time. You stick a biro in and then you just twizzle the biro. Oh, hang on, yeah, here's one. Stick it there, perfect fit. Hang on, we can see. Perfect fit, specifically designed for it. It's got white on the sides. That's got to be the bits of the tape or the biro. I guess the tape's came second. They must have done that on purpose. That's just too much of a coincidence. Anyway, I'm going to rewind it again. Tape doesn't seem to be sticking, but it is making some funny noises. So I think we might not be able to play Evolution. Be a shame. Okay, I'm playing again. Let's see what happens. Clicking noises again. I could always hold the play button down to stop it stopping. Because what normally happens is when you hit the end of the tape, then the tape goes tight, and that presses a little lever, which releases the play mechanism, stops it stretching the tape. So if the tape actually doesn't turn freely and it's all stiff, then that can also trigger that. So actually, yeah, I'm going to hold down the play button. Ah, no, it's... Okay, something funny happening. Ah. Okay, we're not going to get to play Evolution, I think. That's sad. Should we press on? Should we press on? Whoa, what else? We've got to go on. That's all we can do. Okay, I'm going to press play. Can I hear anything? No, it seems to be failing right at the end of loading, which is frustrating. Okay, let's skip Evolution, which is a shame, because I've got no idea what that one is. So I'm interested in that. But time is upon us. We have to go on. So we've tried it 3 times. So let's just carry on with whatever's next. What I should have done, well, if I knew it was going to fail, then instead of keep, no, okay, I think this is going to fail. Yeah, something's playing up with this tape now. Okay, so another trick you can do is just rewind and fast forward it a few times past that bit. See if that loosens it up at all. Oh, that's weird. I'm pressing fast forward and it's not fast forwarding. Oh, now it is. Oh yeah, it's struggling. Oh, that's weird. I've never seen that before. I don't know if you can... What? Let's switch this to this view. So it's probably blurry because of the crappy camera, but if I rewind, it's fine. But if I fast forward, it's just nothing happening. I've never seen that before. That's weird. Right, now it's moving, but it's struggling. Yeah. Okay, so the tape's stiff. Okay, well we might be able to finish sooner than expected then. After only an hour and a half instead of 2 whole hours. And slightly disappointingly without having completed the Horizons tape. Right, I'm going to try one more time, even though there's 0 chance of it working. So I tried it 3 times and it didn't. I'm going to try one more time at Evolution, but I'm going to optimistically just slightly tweak the volume. I've turned it up slightly, randomly. I'm going to try it. Let's reboot the machine. JPP, go. Play, go. No, okay. So this is the thing, I'm having to start guess where Evolution started on the tape. Nope, that's the wrong place. Let's go back further. Yeah, I've kind of lost the start point now because we moved on from Evolution and now I decided to go back and I had to guess how far to move. No. Sorry, I need to switch back to the main view and well, there's not a lot to see at the moment, is there really? I'm just faffing around with the tape deck. No, that's bubble sort. We've already done bubble sort. But let's just go with it. And then once bubble sort's finished, we know we're in the right place for the next one. This is so much better than using an emulator. I just having guaranteed instant loading. You know, it's just not the same. Totally inauthentic. Why even bother? Okay, I guess turning the volume up was not a good idea. I'll turn it down again. But at least we're probably in the right place now for the next one. So let's go. No, okay, that's part of bubble sort probably, because that's not the beginning. Right, next one. Chart, no, that's wrong as well. Reset the tape counter again. I'm improvising now, even more so than I have been for the last hour and a half. Right, I reckon this is probably the right place. So this is going to be the start of Evolution. Yes, got it. Okay, so I've got my tape counter working. Is it going to work? Nobody knows, but probably not. Tape's making funny noises again. Ah, damn it. It's not going to work. The weird thing is, when if I wind the tape by hand, it feels fine. It's not, sometimes they kind of feel a bit rough, or a bit sticky, and it just isn't. So I really don't know why it's failing. But I guess that's show's over. Show's over, folks. Kind of feels a bit of an anticlimax. I haven't put all this time and effort into it and not actually got all the way through Horizons. I'm going to look at the. Let's have a look at the. Does it say anything in the inlay? Anything interesting? Shows you how to wire it up. Got a contents list. So where were we? Bubble sort, evolution, or foxes and rabbits. Oh, I vaguely remember it now. Actually, it kind of shows how if you have lots of rabbits and not many foxes, then you kind of breed loads of foxes because there's loads of food to eat, and then you have tons and tons of foxes, and then there are so many foxes they haven't got enough rabbits to eat anymore, and the rabbit population plummets, and then the fox population plummets, and then because the fox population plummets, the rabbit population recovers, and it kind of all goes along like sine waves. Life is Conway's Game of Life, which is quite good fun. You've probably seen it. It's been used a million times, but that would have been nice. But I don't know where on the tape it is, and at the moment well, I don't know. Should we carry on? Let's throw caution to the wind and I know, I'm going to keep pressing through, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep going forward, and either stuff loads or it doesn't, and then we will hit the end of the tape, and that will be the end, and we can call it authentic. So reset the tape. I don't know why I reset the tape then, it doesn't really matter, but reset the computer, start the tape, J, blip blip. Okay. Right, and the tape's just stopped itself tediously, so I'm going to start it again. Right, I can hear in the background, I can kind of hear tape warblings. Don't know if you can hear it or not. So it's in the middle of a bit of code at the moment. Right, now it's... Yeah, what is it, this tape? It keeps just ejecting. Not eject, well, keeps stopping. If I go back to this view again. So I keep pressing play, and it plays for a few seconds. It's not doing it now, is it? There you go, and then it just stops. Which, like I say, normally that happens if... Oh, that is stiff now, actually. Where's my biro? Oh yeah, that's really stiff. That's weird. So how can we play it all the way through the other side without any trouble? But this is really stiff. So when I'm... Oops, sorry. So when I'm turning it this way, winding it back, it's really smooth. But when I put it in the drive spool, it keeps being really stiff. And that's why, so that's why the tape keeps... That's why it keeps stopping, because the tape's slowing down. That's weird. Okay. Right, I'm going to wind it on a bit, see if it becomes less stiff. Maybe we just need to skip a program or two. Yeah, I'm struggling with why it's... That might be a bit smoother, maybe, I'm not sure. So we're going to be in the middle, just randomly reset. Just getting so much in the habit of resetting the tape counter. Right, I'm going to press play, which obviously won't be anywhere sensible. Reset the machine. Press play. Tell the machine to start loading J blup blup. Switch to the this one again. So I've told it to start loading. Press play. See where we are. Yeah, I can hear tape screeching. So it's in the middle of a block. Right, here's a new block, which if we're lucky is the beginning of the program, but probably isn't. No, that's in the middle of one. Okay, next block. It's struggling. Oh, it was going so well. Oh well, this is what you get when it's non-rehearsed. And did you know it was non-rehearsed? You know, this isn't all scripted. Yeah, this is what you get when it's. Let's just stop again. When it's non-rehearsed and non-scripted, and you haven't even tested it, and it's 40-year-old gear. So okay, so we're not getting raw either. Can't fast forward. Wind it small manually. Still feels stiff. It's weird. Yeah, I can hear the. You probably can't hear it, but I can hear the. I can hear the warbling, and you can hear the pitch changing as it changes speed. Okay, let's try fast forwarding some more. No. Rewind, it's fine. Of interest, flip it over and then rewind. It's kind of fine, but it's jiggling around. This tape is cursed, which is a shame. It's not going to work, is it? I can't even fast forward it. Right, what I'm going to do, totally unsatisfactory, I'm going to wind this to the end, manually, and we can say that we've completed the Horizons cassette in a totally unsatisfying, meaningless way. We can say we completed the tape. Nearly there, nearly there. Come on. Oops, just got the biro. I never got around to having my crisps and snacks, did I? It's been too intense. I'm having too much fun. I don't have time for snacks. Nearly there, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. We're going to delete the tape. So, round, still on the tape. Actually, I think I'll sorry, coded. And when we get to the very end, which turns some sort of clear, usually red. Keep going. Yeah, there we go. So I don't know if some tape recorders actually relied on it being transparent and had an optical trigger to stop the tape, which would be quite good. I don't know if any of them ever did. Anyway, we have sort of finished Horizons. I think it would be fair to say we are finished with Horizons. We're probably not going to spend any more time on that. Anyway, yeah, so for what it's worth, that was episode 0. If anybody's still there, thank you. I'm shocked and honoured. Please come back if I do this again, which I probably will. I've enjoyed it. So even if nobody watches this, I'm just going to talk into the vacuum, talk into empty space, and if nobody listens, I don't care. Well, I kind of care because it would be nice if someone did, but I'll probably carry on doing it anyway, even if nobody does. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I can't remember what. I should stop rambling now. You've been here, if you have been here at all, for an hour and 45 minutes. The ordeal is over. Let's do something really cheesy to finish. What's the cheesiest? Oh, I know. Classic, totally cheesy. Most unimaginative thing I could do. So, 10, print. No, not that. Let's shift again. I need symbol shift P, don't I? Not thing P. I thought I was going to write. That's even worse. This. No. No. I was going to say this show is ace, but that's just so pathetic. Thank you. Thank you's better. Thank you for enduring. Can I do a... oh yeah, I can do a pling. So, thank you for enduring. 20. Go to 10. Run. There we go. Thank you. Tune in again whenever I decide to do this again. Thank you. See ya.